G'day everyone, welcome back. Today I'm not too sure what I'm going to do because I'm about to go down to the hall. I'll tell you that in a sec, but I do have let's discuss the whiteboard for a second, shall we? Okay, so I'm going down to the hall in about an hour. It's Cascade's 50th anniversary for the school this year, well actually this weekend. So going down to help them set up everything down there today and get that all sorted. So I'm not sure how long that's going to take me, but I'm going to assume quite a few hours I'll be down there. So I've already gone this morning and delivered stumps to my house, done that, and then today I might start working a bit on this. And we'll discuss some things on this from the comments that you guys have said on the previous videos. But let's discuss the whiteboard. So I've got a bit of I had to visualize it out here because in my head I'm going, oh my God, I am starting to get stressed going, this is the main thing I want to get done before harvest, obviously. We need this done. In amongst all that, we also need to pull out the chaser bin and fix that. And I think that's probably about it that we need to do for getting ready for harvest. The headers have all been serviced. Oh, I need Case to come out and fix the Bandit it was changing gears roughly, and it had lost all the gas in a cylinder, I think. And they came out and they didn't have the right or enough gas, so they've charged it up, but they need to do more, so that needs to be fixed before then. But so other than that, we're pretty good. I don't know how big a job it's going to be on the chaser, but anyway, I'm thinking there's a lot of stuff that we need to get done to this before it goes to town. Town, it's going to get all the pipes and everything fitted up, and then I'm getting a quote on getting a wiring harness made up and put into the cab. We'll go over that in a sec. Anyway, so I'm visualizing, oh my God, we're gonna run out of time for doing all this, and we're not. Now that I've done it this way, I'm all good. Today is the 14th of August, so it's a Wednesday. I am heading off next week on the 21st to the 24th. I'm going to Melbourne for Movember. I'm now a Movember community ambassador. What that entails, honestly, I'm not too sure. Well, when I get back from Melbourne, I'll tell you guys all about it. So yeah, I'm away from then. Henry gets back on the 27th of August. So from the 27th until the 14th, we're both on farm and working away. In that time, we really need to get this ready to go to town, and we also need to sort out Rasheen. So we need to paint and fix up everything down there that needs fixing up. So that's going to be a solid week's work down there at least, doing that. But yeah, so I'm away from the 14th of September to the 21st of September because I'm going away. The fishing trip that got cancelled last year with Farm and General. It's happening again this year, so we're going away then to go and do that. So that should be, I'm very much looking forward to that. Be good fun. But when I get back from that, on the 26th to the 28th, I'm doing flight training, and that's because we are only 5 hours away from getting the license, and they're very keen to have me get it all just one solid block, get it done, get it all sorted, because as soon as we get into October, November and December, I can't fly because I'll be harvesting. So wanting to get it all sorted in that time there. Then about the 15th to the 21st of October, somewhere around there, I'm not really sure, it depends on the season. It's probably going to be about our start date for harvest. So a lot of things to cram in a not a huge amount of time, but now that I've visualised it on the board, it's a bit easier, it's a bit simpler. So let's go over this and have a chat. Let's start at the front. We've got the canon. I've finally decided where I'm going to put that. So Uncle Will was away, I have no idea where, but it was somewhere where there was a lot of brand new fire trucks, and I'll put a picture up now, and you can see they've all gone to these remote nozzles, but it was right at the front in the center, but in that box. Now I don't like that idea, purely because this truck will go anywhere and we will take it anywhere. We will happily drive through trees to get to a fire or anything like that. Like this, we did it with our old army truck, we'll do it with this one. So I don't want to put it directly in the center. And I don't want to put it up here either, because that's just going to get in the way of everything, and I'm not a fan of that. So what I've decided I'm going to do, this could change, is it's not going to be directly in the center, but it's going to be here. So this cannon is going right here. What we're going to do is we're going to weld up a box that goes in here, and then so obviously it's protected, and then sit this in the box, so I don't know, it's there or something. We'll figure that out when it comes to it, and then we'll run the pipe back in along here, and then along the chassis along there. It's on this side because the chassis rail is a lot clearer going this way, and we can get straight to our pump, whereas that way there's a lot of stuff in the way. So that's where that's going to go. Let's onto this, the mounts. So I asked you guys what you thought, if the rubber mount should go there or it should go on top. Now it was a unanimous result from all you guys commenting, so thank you very much. I'm going to swap that. I'm going to put the block on the top so that the engine's isolated like that, and then that way I can find a spring washer and that'll work down there, or I'll get another nut and use a locking nut. So we'll do that. Someone said the exhaust is going to cause a fire. Move the exhaust. The exhaust isn't going to cause a fire. The exhaust is going to be completely fine. That's staying there. Someone said sacrilege to cut the tanks, make a manifold up and put it directly into there. We're not doing that either. We're going to cut the tanks because, like I said, this center one here is going to come into here, and then that's where we're drawing from. This one over here is our fast fill, so that's coming out here. Any pump on the ground can fill this truck, and then this one here is going to be coming off of the pump and going into there, because we are going to be able to fill our pump, fill this truck with our own pump. So yeah, not making manifold, it's we're cutting the tanks. The other one, someone said, a few people might have, remove the radiator and move that somewhere else. Yeah, we are moving the air box. We're going to put that up top so it's sucking clean air, but someone said move this. That is not as easy as what you think. Two things: it doesn't have an electric thermo fan on there, so we'd need to install one, and then the other is as soon as you start moving this away, you're going to then need an electric water pump and pump water, because it will not. We've moved the radiator before on a now this is on an old motorbike that we were messing around with. We extended it and we moved the radiator from where it was, I don't know, a metre and a half, and it couldn't pump it. Yes, it's a bigger engine than a motorbike engine, but the same principle applies. It's not going to be able to run the water, so that's staying there. Not going to move that. Not going to mess around with that. We will make a little box up here to suck clean air and do that. I think that was mainly all of the sort of comments that you guys had queried about and addressed. So what I'll do today is I'll do those mounts there. I'm going to bolt these on. I need to find some bolts because I had to cut these bolts actually off, because I'm going to start at well, it might be today, it might not be. I'm going to start welding that frame up and getting that sorted. So, and then the next thing, I didn't end up taking the air starter off. I just left it. I'll sort that out at a later date. But I do have a plate for this, for our PDO. Now the plate is back at my house, so I'm not going to take that off just yet. And I don't think that's going to work. I think the plate's different. So what I need to do anyway is I need to take this pump off, and then that way I've got a representation, a guide that I can take in and show someone this is what I need, and then have that sorted. But what I am going to do, that air line just there is how you activate the PDO. And in the cab, I've got the just here. This is PDO on, PDO off. Now that is going to be how we engage that. It's coming to me. The remote cannon. That's going to be. We've got an air valve on there to turn and let the water go in. So that's going to be how we activate that. Crew protection. I have been umming and ahhing about how I'm going to do crew protection. I've been searching different sorts of nozzles and things like that, and they're only about this big. The nozzles are confined, like a sprayer nozzle. And I'm thinking, I suppose you could put 10 of them up here and then that would work. But then just the pressure that this pump pushes out is more than the pressure that is allowed for the water that they're made for. So I've gone away from that because I reckon what that'll do is it'll just atomize the water. Instead of getting a curtain, you'll end up with just a mist and it just won't work. So bear with me. What I think I'm going to go for is, now I can't even remember the technical term, but basically a water deflector. Let's just call it that. If you've ever gone through roadworks, you'll see that there's a water truck in there, and the water truck has got these spray bars, and essentially the water just hits like my hand and then just makes a fan, and that just settles the dust. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for 2 of those. I'm going to put one, well again I'm going to need wicked welding to do this for me, but put one sort of up here like that on the side on the angle, and same on the other side. And why the angle is because if you can get a nice curtain going across the side here from top to bottom, it's going to protect the truck, it'll protect the man on the back here where I am, it's going to protect the driver, and it should hopefully make a nice curtain over the top, instead of just having the one nozzle up there. That will be good for covering the top, but it won't stop. What you want it for is to stop flame coming up and getting you. So if we've got it like that, then it's going to slow the flame down, make it a bit better for you up here. And what it'll also do is on the other side, it'll protect our pump. So our pump will have fire protection from the water if ever we get a burn over. So that's the plan. Let's go and we'll swap those rubber mounts over. Right, that looks much better like that. So hopefully the other 3 are as easy to do. And I forgot to do it then, but on the next one I'll go over and I'll see if I have any more nuts that fit so I can have it as a locking nut. But I think my chances are going to be pretty slim. But anyway, we can always hope, can't we? Bolts are sorted. What I'm going to do now, I've only got 2 of these. So these are the original bolts that have come out of this here. I've only got 2, so I'm going to use one on each one and leave it at that. I've had a look in my drawer over there. I don't have anything of this size, so we'll just go with this, and I'll bolt this up. Now the reason I'm wanting to bolt it all up, oh, there we go, sun's not in your eyes. The reason I'm wanting to bolt it all up is I need to make this so I can get it off. Now the reason I want to do that is for the main reason of if I was just to weld this all and not be able to get it off, then oh, there goes a bolt nut. If I ever have a gearbox issue that I need to get, let's just say the drive shaft, say this yoke goes and I need to replace that yoke, I think I'm going to bloody well struggle to get that out going down the through the bottom. So I'm going to make it so that this is what I weld off, and I'm not sure what I'll do over here, and then that means I can just unbolt that, and then because it should be a rectangle, I should be able to just lift it straight up and then straight out. So when it comes to mounting up on this side, what I might do is just have this frame is all solid and come down, and maybe I'll put angle iron on the bottom here on both sides, and then that way I can bolt it. So and that also gives it a bit of movement so that it can move. I might even just weld it, and then say if I do need to get in there, all it is just cut off these struts down here and then lift it up, or unbolt that and lift it up, and then it's just a simple weld job back up. So we'll go whichever one's going to be easiest. Well, welding will be easiest. We'll go with bolting first, and if that fails, then we'll go with welding. These beams here are 2.8 long, and our deck that we have made in our heads and all that is 2.5. So this sheet is just going up all in one sheet. 2.5 on the back of that truck. 2.5 by 1.2. So I need to get this so it's central, and then I can cut it. But obviously 2.5, or let's say 2.5 is there. I then need to add an extra 40 mil on there so that I've got enough room for my uprights to go up. Otherwise I'll be cutting it short. So the idea is to get this frame all welded up and not put any decking or any skin on it. And then that way, when I take it to town, it's all free to be able to manipulate pipes, hoses, everything like that, and get that all sorted. So let's do some measuring. Going off what Henry and I measured up when we were just doing it all on paper, we were 840 out from the frame. So what I'm just working out now is if that included our sheet or not, because I don't think Henry and I included that when we did it. So that's what I'm just quickly trying to. Can I get that on there? No. Oh, this should be an Olympic sport. There we go. Okay. It didn't include our deck. So let me lock that there and I'll show you. I've got 840 on the other side out, and then I've got 840 here, which gets us to this line just here, and it's pretty damn close to our 2.5. So let's just say it includes that 2.5. I now need to add 40 mil on each side. Now it's easy to do from this side, but I need to push 40 mil out that way. Also very easy to do. What we are trying to achieve is that that would be the tape measure falling down, is that when we drive, you can't have it overhang. So it will overhang a little bit. I know the sun's in the way for you guys. So we're going to bring that out another 40 mil, so to about there. And that should still get us inside the frame of everything. Basically what we didn't want is to have it out here, and when you're going, let's just say you're following a bulldozer, something like that, they're cutting a pretty narrow track, and let's just say whatever we're doing is the width of the truck. If you have it hanging out, then you're going to hook onto trees, things like that. So I'll just move this out an extra 40 mil, and then we'll be able to see where we hang down. But at the moment I'm pretty happy with that, with where that is. Perfect. All right, so let me put you back here and I'll hang this up and we can see where the edge of our truck cage is going to be. So I've got enough out that now this is, well, the upright beam will be like that, and then we can see that underneath the truck we are overhanging by a tiny bit, but it's not too much. I reckon that'll be fine. So we go off square. Yeah, I reckon where I've got it will do the job. So what I'll do is I'll just mark up on both of these beams just so I know where to put it back into place, and then I will cut the one at the other end there. And from memory, Henry and I had, I think, 4. So we had 2 on this, and then we had 1 there and then 1 there. So I'll be able to cut 4 of them up and could start welding up, getting a frame working. So I'm going to save that for the next video, guys. Yeah, I've been chatting a fair bit, so we'll leave this video here, and the next video it'll be part 4 of doing this. So tune in for that one. So don't forget to subscribe, and then you'll be notified when that one comes out. Hit the bell notification so you know. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.